People often ask me what it's like putting on an event or a conference, and what I discovered is a lot more than I ever expected. There's a lot more thinking, planning, and organizing than I ever thought. The list of all the things that need done is way longer than I ever imagined. So just to give you an example, first we got to pick a date, and then once we've picked a date, we got to pick a venue. Now we got the venue picked out, then we got to look at the content, of course, the speakers, the food, accommodations, sponsors, entertainment, and of course the marketing for the event, which we found to be especially challenging. How do we put it out there that this event's going to be one of a kind and well worth attending? So this is something that I really appreciated the help from my team in putting all these ideas together. So now we're finally good to go. And so we're packing up all of our stuff into the trailer, making a list of what we need to bring and all. And the plan was to leave at 6 a.m. However, it became very obvious very early on that that wasn't going to happen. With the storm brewing on, we figured we can't even get out of our yard, never mind the highways were closed between Portage and Brandon. So getting up extremely early, I did the snow blowing of my yard, and then I just prayed to God that my Ram truck would be able to pull the trailer out of its hole. So we finally get on the highway and we're moving along, and the roads are extremely slippery. We have a tremendous side wind, and every time I'm looking at my trailer, I notice that it's not following behind me, but beside me. Which of course gives me tremendous discomfort and wondering if I'm ever going to get there with the trailer still hitched behind me. But luck would have it, the roads did open it up between Portage and Brandon. We were able to keep driving past Portage, and slowly the conditions continued to improve. And as we continued driving, slowly our speed, we were able to increase it from 50 to 60 to 80. And then finally the roads got nice enough, we were able to travel at 100 kilometers per hour. And we thought, okay, we may not make it to Calgary, but we will definitely make it to Medicine Hat. And we thought that our problems were all behind us. We get up on the next morning in Medicine Hat, and what do we find ourselves in? Another blizzard. So wipe up the truck, get on the road again, and hope that it gets better again. But the roads were actually quite nice. The first hour and a half weren't too much fun, but it got really nice quite quickly. So finally, we arrive at the Malcolm Hotel in Canmore, and the time comes for us to set everything up. So we had to obviously put up all our banners. We even had some pieces missing, so here we are with duct tape and pieces of wrenches and whatever to make the pieces fit all together. And so we finally got everything together, and we finally got the show on the road with the conference. The conference was a tremendous experience for me as a host. And what I think really made it a hit is to see how everyone were obviously getting so much out of it. I really appreciate the amount of sharing that happened at the event. I believe the conference provided the attendees a tremendous opportunity to learn, not only from me, but from other attendees. And because there were a lot of case studies, a lot of homework, a lot of discussions. But what I found really enjoyable, and I think everybody did as well, is the behind the scenes discussions, the informal discussions. Because we also had quite a few breaks, coffee breaks, where people could catch up on their coffee and get some donuts or whatever. And those breaks also allowed for a lot of informal discussions. And what was really interesting is that it was time to start up the event again, and people were still talking. So obviously, there was tremendous amount of worth in just the internal informal discussions that were happening. The other thing that I found really fun and interesting, and I think the attendees really appreciated, was the hospitality suite, where people could continue sharing their ideas, their strategies, and what they were living while having a few drinks and playing a few games. So that, I think, was really very much appreciated. And finally, while no conference would be complete without some good entertainment. So there's nothing like after hard days of planning and talking and sharing to finally really kind of let our hair down, maybe not really, but you know what I mean. But to really kind of relax under an environment where we were able to laugh over a tremendous, great banquet. And I thought it was a really great conclusion to, like I said, a good day of learning and sharing and building a community with other people, and to just walk away with new friends with a similar time of thinking and goals in mind, and someone that you can continue to talk with in the years to come. This was the second time we hosted such an event, and I had such a great time. And the other thing that I really appreciated is the tremendous feedback I got from everyone who attended. Already we've got tons of people who are already subscribed to next year's event, and so I'm really hoping to have even more people there who can add to their sharing their ideas and make this thing an even bigger success than it was in 2021 in Canmore.